In 2018, KLANG joined the DiGiCo family. And in this in-depth video, we're going to introduce you to the technology and what it can do for you. KLANG, which happens to be the German word for sound, provides an immersive in-ear mixing solution. In short, the KLANG immersive processors provide an immersive binaural engine for creating natural-sounding in-ear mixes. It also provides users with some clever tools for controlling their own mixers as a personal monitoring system. So to better understand what this means, let's have a quick look at the science behind it. When locating sound, our brain uses 3 cues, and it's a combination of these cues that allow us to accurately pinpoint the location and direction of a sound. First, it's level, and this is the level difference of sound arriving at our 2 ears. A sound arriving from the left will naturally be louder in the left ear and quieter in the right ear due to the bending of the sound around the head. Next, it's timing. Much like level, sound arriving from the left will reach the left ear before reaching the right ear. It's actually a little more complicated than this, as it's frequency dependent, but there are timing differences which play an important role in locating the sound. And finally, the coloration or frequency signature of sounds can assist in localization, particularly in height localization. Sounds coming from different angles will interact with the head and ears differently, giving each angle its own frequency signature. The brain can then use this information to work out where the sound is coming from. Putting all of these systems together, our brain can accurately determine the position of a sound. Not only that, the brain is clever enough to be able to make some choices. For example, the cocktail party effect, where we can focus on one sound, maybe a conversation we're having in a noisy room, and filter out the other sounds. Essentially, the brain is prioritizing sounds, and they are perceived as louder. The KLANG processors use complex algorithms to allow our brains to use these basic principles. And it provides a simple-to-use system that allows you to move individual inputs anywhere around your head in a virtual 3D environment. That's all around the head and elevation both above and below. Positioning sounds within a 3D space provides musicians and engineers with some real advantages and benefits. With a larger listening space, the sounds are now not fighting for that limited stereo space between your ears. We can actually balance the mix much more effectively. Important sounds, maybe your own instrument or the lead vocal or even the click, can be placed front and slightly elevated, which in turn puts them in the focus spot. Your brain will naturally perceive them as a priority sound, so there's no need to increase the level to make them stand out. Similarly, less critical instruments can be moved out the way. Maybe reverbs, synth pads, less important drum sounds can be positioned away from the focus area and placed behind you or off to the side. Not only does moving them out of the way help, from a hearing protection point of view, it allows us to lower the overall listening level. So less hearing fatigue, less potential for damage due to hearing from long exposure to high levels. Monitor engineers might be familiar with musicians taking one of their ears out to feel more connected with the environment. Or musicians asking if the mix has changed several hours into rehearsals, which inevitably is caused by ear fatigue. These problems go away when using the KLANG system. Positioning the sounds makes in-ear mixes feel more natural, much more like the natural environment around us. As a result, musicians often need less adjustments to their mixes, which is good news for all you monitor engineers, and it provides a bigger canvas for our creativity. All round, it's a win-win. So how do we implement this? The KLANG software runs on your computer or mobile device, and you can control it all from there. So no matter what console you're mixing on, all the positional and level mix parameters and settings can be adjusted. If you want to give your musicians control over their own mixes, you can hook up a smartphone or tablet remote, or even another computer. The software can be assigned to adjust specific mixes, and the simple user interface provides them intuitive controls over both level and 3D panning. And if you want to override the adjustments they've made and assist at any time, that's no problem either. If you're mixing on a DiGiCo SD or Quantum console, we've integrated the control right into the channel strips. So from a workflow point of view, there is no change to your normal mixing. You just gain some extra panning parameters to control the 3D position and input within the mix. The beauty of the integration into the DiGiCo console is that you can still flip aux sends to faders, solo mixes, work exactly as you always have. You and your artist just benefit from immersive mixes with more clarity and better instrument separation. Plus, you solve some of the common issues artists have with IEMs, and all at a lower listening level. Finally, a quick word about the KLANG products you need to achieve this. The KLANG Fabrique and KLANG Via boxes are the external rack mount solutions that power this immersive world. And specifically for DiGiCo users, the new DMI KLANG card brings all of this neatly into the console or orange box, providing more mixers and lower latency. So why not download the KLANG app on your smartphone or tablet? The built-in demo allows you to have a play with the 3D panning and experience how good it is for yourself. And check out the KLANG website for more info on KLANG immersive in-ear mixing solutions.